So a big area where um, companies play games and do things to their benefit, and one of the common forms of wage theft is the misclassification of employees as independent contractors instead of normal employees. When classified as an independent contractor, the employer doesn't pay taxes or provide the same benefits as it does to the employees, but in turn, the employee or the contractor operates with a high level of autonomy and control over their work, right? So you often get independent contractors will often get a little bit higher of a wage, but that's because they're not withholding taxes. So at the end of the year, you're going to owe taxes on everything you've earned because nothing's been withheld. Similarly, independent contractors often don't receive, healthcare benefits or other benefits that a full-time employee does. The trade-off, because it's supposed to be a balancing act with these two classifications, is that employee is supposed to have more control. And so three key areas where that can play out is behavioral. Does the company have control or have the right to tell the worker what they do and when they do it and how they do their job? If your employer is setting your schedule, that is a mark in the box that you're not an independent contractor. If your employer is telling you what to do and when, you're probably not an independent contractor, even if you're classified as such. Financial are the business aspects of the worker's job controlled by the payer. This can include things like how the worker's paid, how their expenses are reimbursed, who supplies the tools. Right? If you are not setting your own hours, if you have to provide your own computer, or things like that, or if they provide all your tools, things like that, these are things that are making you more and more likely to be an employee and not a contractor. And then the type of relationships. How are the contracts written, or the benefits passed on? Will the relationship continue, and is the work performed a key aspect of the business, right? So if you're doing essential work to a business as an independent contractor, another check mark that you're not actually an independent contractor. If you think that you are misclassified, you can fill out this form SS8 with the IRS. It is the determination of worker status for purposes of federal employment taxes and income tax withholding. You fill out this form, you answer questions, and the IRS will give you a definitive ruling on whether you're an independent contractor or an employee. So if you find yourself in this position, go fill out this SS8 form if you think you're being misclassified, and they will give a binding decision. That doesn't mean that your employer then couldn't say, well, we don't want to hire you as an employee. It's an at-will state, you're fired. But it sets you up to be properly classified.